right, this mic again. Been gone forever. I've had so many things go on, I can't keep track of them. I've got so many things going on, I can't keep track of them. Last year was really bad. I had every rental we had pretty much get trashed, had to redo them all. But I've got two projects going right now. One's a wood burning pool heater that's going to double as an emergency outdoor shower for after a hurricane, and cook pot, and a grill. And then I've decided, since I can't realistically get my wife into the tornado shelter with a wheelchair, I'm going to turn the bottom office we have over here into an emergency bedroom, because it's underground on three sides, and concrete walls filled with, or block walls filled with concrete and rebar, plywood at the roofs before I put the sheetrock up. And I've got enough materials to pretty much do it for nothing, except for I need tiling for the floor. So I want to give you a quick tour. Woof. I want to say something. That's Wolf. He's getting old. I've been letting him just run loose in here for a while. Anyways, this is my workshop. We managed to get it clean. I got two guys helping me. They're the two youngest sons of my wife's primary caregiver. That back there is actually a kennel for the cat. Over here I got kennels for the dog that I need to screen in, and somehow I end up with firewood in there. Got the garage cleaned up, got that car out of here. This is a 71-foot coil of stainless steel. It's got pipe threads on the end. I've got all the fittings. I'm going to build a steel box out of this shelf here. I actually bought this with the bottom shelf on it, and cut it off, put some casters on it. Makes a great workbench. Weighs like 300-400 pounds. It's about 1/8 inch steel. But I'm going to slice this up and form a box to go around this, fill it with sand, and put it in the center of a fire pit. I've got all stainless steel to go all the way uphill to the pool, and then I'll go to a pipe bib, and I can just use hot water garden hoses to switch things around. I'm going to have all my joints TIG welded from a friend of mine up the street. I don't have a TIG welder. Never used one. See if I can let me watch so I can learn something. Got a MIG welder though. So I'll make the box about maybe 3 inches bigger all the way around, and got a 3-inch piece of nipple pipe thread with a cap, so I'm going to weld that onto the top to fill it in. Got a about a 400 or 500 pound piece of 5/16 plate steel over there. Picked it up for 40 bucks, and it took 4 of us to pick it up and just get the front end onto the truck and then slide it, and then Alex, my helper, and I pulled it back about 3 feet, just enough to start at the tip, and then propped something under it, and then I drove out real fast. That's the only way we got out. Now I gotta figure out how to get it up and get it into the garage with some blocks. This is just leftover stuff. My found out when I went to close the door on my crawl space that I've got to move this one water tank for my emergency water system. The two tanks hold 42 gallons of drinking water. This tank here, unfortunately, is about 4 inches too far for me to shut the door. If I move it just back, it'll cover up the grate. So I need to really drain it and move it to the far end of the slab and connect them. I just never run out of projects. It just, well, it's a habit. This was going to be an office for my wife. I obviously can't lay blocks. I reached the point I was going to either lay them straight or have perfect mortar joints, but every one of these is filled with concrete, and it's 12-inch block all the way halfway up. Crawl space on the other side of there. I considered knocking the doorway in it, but I think that might be a little noisy since the bedroom's upstairs. I doubt I can get rid of it. This comes in. I use this kind as a mud room. I'm going to add a steel door here. That's actually plumbed in there for a full bath. Wall this off as a closet to keep my hand tools in. Power box right around the corner. It's got emergency light on it. When the power goes off, it lights up, so I never have to worry about flashlights and everything. That's an entire stack of 2x4s. Sheetrock mud. More sheetrock mud. About 50 sheets of paneling left over. I'm going to build, when I build this closet, I'm going to run a bunch of, across the top here, we're going to run a bunch of conduit so I can tie things into the crawl space. And if we have a hurricane, I'll get a day ahead of time and then just bring my wife down here and get her set up. We won't have to worry about a thing. I'm not saying it won't withstand a tornado, but it just would be really complicated to evacuate her. So I'm going to start doing videos of this project, remodeling it, and videos of this wood burner thing. I'm going to mount a post out in the yard on a slab and then make a hangover shower set with a valve up high and a tank to run the hot water in, because it'll probably come out enough to scorch you. Run that water into a tank so it evens out, and then you can run a second line with cold water, and it'll all be downhill from the well. So if I got a siphon going, and theoretically I could still get a shower. If you've ever cleaned up after a hurricane, it's really a pain. And coming home and not having any hot water, because I can power the generator and everything from the or run the house from the generator, but I can't run the hot water heater. It just draws too much. And yeah, my backyard's a mess. It's rained here for almost 7 weeks, pretty much solid. That's actually my pool cover that we had all laid out. As soon as we took it off, it started raining. So I've never had a chance to dry it up properly. And I need to. We've been cleaning out the garage. That stuff headed for the dump except for the brick. Haven't even been in the pool this year. But I've had a bunch of people stop by and visit and use it. Anyways, just so you know, I'm not dead. Not yet. See ya.